Hi, everybody. Welcome to the lounge. It is our Halloween season, and we have none other than our opening song. No, it's not royalty-free jazz tonight. It is not elevator music. It is none other than our Halloween themed house band, April, May, and the June Bugs. I think I did that pretty on tap tonight. I don't know. Feeling a little zany tonight. As you know, if you watch The Office on Thursday, which was a little later than usual, I'm feeling like the energy is getting dark, getting real dark. And I talked to medium Elise Sadalara before the show. She's getting into those trenches too. She's getting into the shadow side. She's purging stuff. So am I. I think I almost went crazy the other day, last week. Thank God nobody got hurt, because when these things come out, they come out. You can't let the shrapnel hit anybody in the butt, although I'd rather it happen. So let's see who's here, because we have an interesting show tonight. Tonight is Girls Just Want to Have Fun, meaning we're going to have boys in the audience. But last week, we were like having fun, pulling out our cards. We were supposed to have Bob Grant here. We don't know why he was stuck in the Ethernet. Maybe he was time traveling. We don't know. He never told us. We have no idea where he was. But we reached in through the black hole. We pulled him out. We found him. But we were like kind of in a flow with our cards and what's going on. So I'm like, you know what? We got to bring that back. And of course, tonight is live music night. And we have our lovely house band, April, May, and the June Bugs, coming back with 2 other ethereal songs that are meant to transport you to a different energy, to a new vibration of existence. And that's why we're all here. We have a special guest that wasn't announced yet. Little surprise. Mercury retrograde has arrived. Are you guys feeling it? Are you guys feeling it? Of course, it has arrived. And this one's a pretty tough one, especially the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th days where you probably should have just stayed in bed. Let's say hello to everybody. Whoo! Lori Matthews is talking about a woodpecker already. What's going on here? Lori Matthews says, today I had a red-headed woodpecker on my front door pecking at my window. Not once, but twice. I think it was trying to tell me something. I don't speak woodpecker. Well, either do I. But we're going to see what's going to happen to you, Lori. We're going to see. Maybe you're meant to get a message tonight. Michelle, how you doing? Kathy, Beth Ann, Bill, A.N. Nober. Right on time. She's right on time. Michelle, she can't wait to hear about the special guest coming. Good. Yeah, Michelle is right. Sherry, Paula, how you doing? Michelle is even saying this week has just been messy. girls' night. Kelly's excited. You know, I'm excited to see. Oh my God, Rebecca had a woodpecker too. Don't pecks wood. They don't peck wood. What do they peck? We don't know. We got to find out tonight. So without further ado, I mean, come on. We got to bring on our lovely and talented special woman of the night. She is about to go down the dark night of the soul. I've been down there this week. Let me tell you, friends, it is a dark dungeon. And you know what? I'm popping up to say hi, but we ain't done yet. Because going into October into November, you guys got to be ready for some roller coaster rides. And these roller coasters aren't going to be steel. They're going to be wooden. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, see, Elise is usually, she got the white light in the background. Her hair is glowing like a halo, you know, but she is going into the dark night of the spirit. And that's where all of you should be going. Because when you emerge, you're going to be different people. In honor of the Mercury retrograde, I'm even making paracord bracelets. This is what I did this week. Thanks. This was for Ming. Cool. This was for my 8-year-old. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to bring it into the light, but I used to make bracelets when I was younger. This is a rainbow paracord, and I'm energy infusing them. So I made a bunch for my family members because this puts you into creative state. It actually gets you out of that shadow energy for a little bit. So I have one that I made. And it was supposed to be for me, but it doesn't fit. So I measured it wrong. So if somebody has a 6.5-inch wrist, it is infused with the energy for relationships and love. Okay. 6.5-inch wrist. It's probably only going to fit a 7-inch all around to be comfortable. Because my wrist is too big for that. So I'm going to give away this energy infused pink. It's all pink though. It looks like this. It's for love. It's hot pink. So if you were a kid and you liked hot pink, I made this. I infused my energy into it, and this is going to activate you during this dark time. I'm telling you, I put energy into it. It's energy infused for romance and love. Okay. So Elise is going to be the picker, but you have to check your wrist size. Okay. Because mine is a bit too big. So it can't be more than, you can't have more than a 7-inch wrist, like all the way around. Like you can't have more than that. So you got to give it about 1.5 inches. So what's going on?
Nothing. I'm really excited. One of my oldest friends is online tonight. Kathy O'Grady Stetson.
Where is she? Let's bring her on. Where is she?
She's right there. She's in the top. Kathy O'Grady.
Of course. I can't find her. I'm not seeing.
Okay. All right. After Lori, you see Lori Matthews.
Yeah. Kathy O'Grady. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you, Kathy. Good to hear you. Good to see you. Good to be part of the show.
I'm a great family. So,
yes.
Lots of memories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kathy, Kathy, if you want to come on and say hi to Elise, we'll give you the link. You come backstage. Let us know.
Do it.
Do it. Do you have her email, Elise?
What's that?
You have Kathy O'Grady's email?
I don't have her email.
We'll have her text it to you because then you could just send her the link that you got.
I think I have her. All right. So everything's good.
Yeah.
I just got excited because I saw Kathy's name there. So
yeah. So let's talk about what I was talking about on Monday.
Okay.
I gotta get some background music here. I gotta bring out some background music. I know April, May, and the June bugs, they sent me something else.
Yeah, it feels empty, right?
It does feel empty. Yeah, I gotta get something. I gotta get something going here. Hold on a second. Everybody
and I'll get Kathy.
Everybody hold on.
Please hold.
Please hold.
Can I sing music? Right.
There. This is April, May in the background. What do you think? So let's talk, Elise. Is this too loud? Yeah. Should I turn it down?
No, it's good. It's good. I can still hear you.
Kathy's putting her email out there for everybody. If everybody wants to email her, it's right there.
I was just texting her.
Yeah, just forward it. You probably need to forward it to her email so she can come on her desktop because she won't be able to do it from her phone.
Okay.
Yeah. If you can't do it, I could do it.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Being she just shared her email with everybody.
Yeah. So why don't you entertain the guests while I send this to Kathy?
Okay.
Tell about your experience. You bought Bob Grant's book, right?
Yeah, on Sunday I did. I was thinking about it like for a week, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to dive in. And yeah, it's a lot of reading, and there's a lot of exercises. And I found that, I definitely need his consult. Definitely. A lot of the background that he gives on like the clients that he's dealt with. It turns out some people will either go in masculine as a woman, where you have to be feminine, go in and be the neck for the head of your husband or your significant other. Some people were going in trying to find somebody to fix them and give them what they need, what they were lacking as children, where they actually were the ones that needed to take care of themselves and fix themselves. So, and not knowing what that was, how can you communicate? And it causes a lot of tension, and the woman expects the man to, know what she's thinking, and that's like a whole different chapter there. But it's very interesting. It's really insightful, and I'm really excited to do my consult with Bob because I think he can like shed light on a lot of stuff. But
yeah,
definitely, it was interesting.
I mean, as you guys know, I've had many talks with Bob, and he's changed my life. I think he'll be okay if I give people. I know the link was supposed to expire at 9:00 tonight, but you know what? He'll be fine if it's an hour. He'll be. I'll let him know. I'll email him and I'll say, you know what, Bob, let the fans of this show get the promo to talk to you if they want to.
Yeah,
I'll put the link in a minute.
I really recommend the reading and the program. Definitely.
Which one did you get? Women, Men Adore, or did you
bonding?
Get the bonding stages?
The bonding stages, and I started with that one. I didn't start with the women that men love,
because we're not the ones that they love, are we? No, we have to love ourselves.
Exactly. And you have to know what you need in your life and how to handle yourself before you go into a relationship. That's the gist that I got, and it makes so much sense. Definitely.
Yeah. Well,
no, I'll never get a date.
So wait, we're going to the dark night of the soul, right? We're going to the dark night of the soul.
I'm ready. I'm into it.
Okay. Yeah. So you're saying you went down a kind of a little bit of a dark path from like looking at his book and stuff?
I started looking back at past relationships that I thought were the relationship. And I realized that I was going after unattainable emotional males. I was expecting them to be my happiness when I was actually not providing my own happiness into the relationship. So I don't feel that I was offering enough to the relationship, thinking that it was going to be an automatic fix for me.
Right.
And like I always call it the saboteur. Like, I'll break up with you before you break up with me syndrome. and
you're going to hurt them before they hurt you, right?
Exactly. And I think that goes with, not to get too deep into it, guys, sorry about this, but when you come from a broken home or you come from divorced parents, even some of my friends that were adopted, they seem to have that. Hey, I have my other friend and she's gone through the same thing. So, it's taking responsibility, I think, emotionally for yourself. That's how I feel about it.
Right.
But, not getting too deep into like my marriage. Now, it's been a long, long time, but
let's get into it at least. Come on.
Do we have to? Is my daughter on here? I don't know.
No, she's not on here.
Of course not. But I just feel like he was totally, and let's like backtrack. So I'm an empath, and they tend to attract narcissists. And I know this is a whole different realm from what Bob's talking about, but I just feel like I always have a need to fix somebody. Oh, he'll be better. Oh, he's just having a bad day. Oh, it's me with me and my big mouth, which 9 times out of 10 it was. But because I'm very opinionated and, stubborn. And I admit that. I've always said, you can't live with me unless you can let things roll off your shoulders. It's just my whole temperament. Right. And I think that has to do with being Capricorn and a medium and an empath, which is the two of us, right? So
I understand that.
Yeah. So, So, it's just a reflection of like divorce and breakups and being in relationships that were the guys who were totally unavailable. I think I was also unavailable emotionally because I was holding back.
Yes, that's what I try to tell a lot of my clients, and they get so mad at me when they're like, oh no, he's an alcoholic, or he's a workaholic, or he's a gambling addict, or he's just busy all the time, or he has issues from his past relationships, or he is distant. And I'm like, let me tell you something. You are too. And oh, no, not me. I'm ready for a relationship. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do a test for you. I want right now for the guy of your dreams to show up with flowers in hand, a ring on her finger, be like, let's go. I'm ready for you. What would you do? Most of them would run away real quick because they'd feel repulsed. They'd want to throw up, and it'd be a little too much energy coming for them. With emotionally unavailable men, we know subconsciously they're safe. So we know we don't have to like really commit to them down the road. So it's easier for us to experience our feelings because we know that there's like a chance it's not going to happen. So the good news is I just got word that we can extend this promotion till 11 o'clock tonight, that you got, that Carrie got, that all of us got.
Oh, that's good.
Which gives you that $150 promotional value with Bob Grant and that private call with him. So here's the link, putting it out there. You guys could check it out on your own. Make sure when you call, you don't need to put this code in when you purchase it, okay? You just need to put the code in. You need to tell them you heard about it from Marisa's show when you call to schedule. Then they'll know. But there's no code box to put, but you have to use my link so that they know it's coming from me.
Right. And then when you
guys are our viewer.
And when you call to schedule, you'll get a voicemail probably, and just say that you're calling with the promotion Marisa's show, if that's still the promotion code.
Yeah, Marisa's show.
Right. So I'm just looking at Kathy's response when I was saying I was very outspoken. She goes, so true. Even when you were young, very outspoken. Amen.
Right. Still outspoken today too. All right. Well, we have our lovely mystery guest, who's not a mystery to most of you. Okay. Oh, Lisa Adams. Lisa, I'm telling you, Lisa, Marisa, she listened. You pulled me out. Amen. She over 4 years. It's so strong. Lisa, good. I'm putting you on the spot because it's girls' night in and girls' night out tonight. We want to hear you. And if you don't want us to be on camera, we can take you off the camera. But I want you on the show, Lisa. I want you to come on to talk about this because it's so important for all these other people to think about. And you're going to kill me. You're going to be like, Marisa, why did you do that to me on the spot?
It'd be a good contrast if we have time, have Kathy, who's been married for decades.
Yeah, but she can't come on. She doesn't have a desktop.
Oh, she doesn't? Oh.
Or if she has a laptop, if you have a laptop, Kathy, you could try to come on from your phone. You could click that link and try to come on from your phone. We'll see what we could do.
Okay. I didn't
But
see
Lisa, let me know. I'll send you the link because you are a true testament to what we had to do with you. And you made it through. Most of the clients I've done transformational coaching and intuitive work with have stopped midway when it started to get too uncomfortable and when their impulses would override their ability to make those changes. Yeah, okay, yes. We don't need to put you on camera, Lisa, but if you want, you could just be on audio so I can bring you on. All right. So Lisa, I'll send you the link. We're going to bring our lovely and talented, if you guys haven't met her, then you're missing out on life. Seriously. She lives in a renovated church that has spirits all over it. And then when she came in, she's an architect who purchased a haunted church. I mean, first of all, how much better can it get? I mean, this woman's interesting. I have nicknames for everybody. I called her hashtag the seductress over 15 years ago. She still can seduce anybody, men, women, cats, dogs, anybody. You'll see when she comes on, she looks at you, you're just transfixed and you don't know what to do with yourself. So we had her on last time. We assessed her relationship. Elise and I seem to have differing opinions than what Bob Grant had. I don't know what his intuition was, but we gave different readings. Our readings were kind of similar. She went and purchased both of Bob Grant's programs, the Women Men Adore and the Bonding Stages. I think it has 2 calls with Bob in, and now she has 2 mediumship readings. So we're going to see what's going on with her. And Lisa Adams, I got to bring her on because I've been working with her for close to 10 years through business transformational coaching and through her relationship. Usually people come to me when they need to leave a situation. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad we got you to leave, but call me before you get into the new one. And nobody ever calls. They call me when the log flume went down. They all got wet after the log flume ride. They're like, oh, well, we went through the log flume and now I'm all wet. What am I going to do? But Lisa, she stuck with it. She backslid a few times, but she got right back on the log. And we didn't go down the hedgehog. We didn't do it. Okay. Now that you've all understood what I just said. So let us bring on the seductress of the night. Hello, Carrie Potter.
Hi, Carrie Potter.
And this is not a fake name. This is really her name, Carrie Potter.
Carrie Potter.
My whole life.
How are you doing, Carrie?
I'm doing great, Marisa. How are you?
I'm so glad that you came on tonight last minute.
Last minute. I got your text. Yes, last minute. I'm here, but we've made it.
You're here.
We've arrived.
You're ready to go. I got to get some music on here. I need April May to send me the whole damn album because once the song goes off, then I don't know what to do with myself. So you have also gotten Bob Grant's book, The Bonding Stages. We had Bob on last week. Have you delved into it a little bit?
I have. I wanted to ask Elise, is yours an audio book or is it the PDF?
It's both.
Okay, so I got the PDF when I bought the Women Men Adore book. I got all the extras, and so I got the PDF. So yes, to answer your question, I went for a walk today and walked and read, which is dangerous. But and I got into the bonding stages of both men and women. It was very interesting.
Wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I pulled out a lot of info from that. A lot.
I'd rather have the audio.
So did you, Carrie, have your second call with Bob yet?
I have not. No, I talked to them today, though.
Okay, so you guys are both getting on a call.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a couple calls with Bob. Yeah. No. Out. Oh, no. I thought the door was locked.
The lounge book itself. You always say that. Hey, Maine. Okay.
Maine, you got to go downstairs.
Hey,
we have stuff to talk about. You could come up at the end.
Carrie Potter.
Yes, that's Carrie Potter.
Can I hear that?
I have to get somebody to come up here. Maine. Maine, go. I'll come get you later. Hello. Sorry. Sorry, you never know when she's going to make a cameo. She just turned 8.
She's so cute.
Yeah. So where were we? Sorry about that, guys.
That we're both going to be getting on a call with Bob.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
He's so helpful.
All right.
Thank you.
I have to get some music on here. So you guys chat about all the stuff that's going on because I'm very distracted at the moment. I got to go lock this door.
You go right ahead.
You guys ask Elise any intuitive questions you want. I'm going to lock the door. I got to get on some music here. I'm a little distracted. I'll be right back. Elise, take it away, girlfriend. Calgon.
Okay. So with the bonding book, Men Bonding with Women, did you take away anything personally, like with past relationships with some, I don't know how far you got into it. I'm like almost done with it. So a lot of it is way I read into is we're taking ownership for basically the problems that what happened during relationships, at least in my past relationships. It made so much sense. So I don't know if you can equate it with, we were talking about parents and how possibly they could be part of the reason because you didn't learn the correct tools in learning how to deal with your emotions and communication in relationships. And like that was one key point that I took away from it.
Right. He stresses getting over past hurts.
Right.
Really stressing that. And I wished that I had this series, this information with some of my past relationships. I think I explained or shared that the relationship I'm currently in is really, really new. So it's hard to apply the info to this situation I'm in right now.
Yeah.
That's the lounge.
She gets all bubbly.
All right. Well, you guys were talking about Bob Grant. That's good, even though he's not here. So, yeah, I just want to talk about the upcoming energies, and then we're going to take a little music break with April, May, and the June bugs. But I was talking, I don't know if you guys caught my webcast on Thursday. We're coming into a really tough time. That's why I want to keep everybody motivated and in good spirits, because we're going to see the worst of a lot of things in the world coming in October, November. January 1st is when the news cycle is coming. But as the world is shedding, and finally, it's like a birthing process. So everything that the world was getting ready for, we talked about the couple agents of change. The first agent of change was, and the second agent of change. And now the third, I think, is going to be the election time. And I think there's going to be a lot of, like the Tower card, a lot of upheaval, and everything's kind of going to fall away and the good stuff is going to emerge. But I think that the people who were doing their work on themselves this past 5 months, the same thing is happening inside of our bodies that is happening outside in the world. And so this is a time where people are going through that dark night of the soul and going through the woods, getting to the other side. So it's not going to be comfortable. So if you feel like you've been through like a nervous time or a depressive time or a very tired time, or your rage is coming out, and especially rage, anger, and grief. Okay. If you're feeling like you're about to check into a mental institution, you're probably in the right place.
Oh, I'm there.
I'm not kidding. Like, you all think yeah.
I'm being totally honest. Yeah. And it was like therapy the other day because it just all came to a head. So, but it's good. Like, I haven't done that since I think last year.
Yeah.
So
people are asking me to plan COVID. You guys, Beth Ann, I can't plan COVID. I could only see 3 days ahead of time, 3 to 5 days ahead of time. I can't see into July of 2021 because everything is shifting and changing so much with people's decisions. Okay, so this is world decisions, leadership decisions, down to the state, governor's decisions. You know, I can only see really up until about March of 2021. Which I feel something dissipating at that time, but I can't see into July. So if I could predict that, I'd probably be in a much better place right now, trying to keep you guys motivated per week. But I can tell you everything with the school system is going to get weird. So we talked about that on Thursday too. So Seductress.
I'd love to talk about your show on Thursday for a minute.
Okay, well, let's take a music break, and then we're going to get head on into this because I want to bring April, May, and the June bugs in for a song, and then I want to get into the heavy material. And I think Carrie Potter, the Seductress, hashtags. Okay, we're going to pick a few cards on the Seductress. I don't need to pick a card. I'm already just feeling fire coming on. Okay, I don't know where Lisa Adams is, but I sent you the link, Lisa, if you're coming. You can come in anytime, Lisa. You could show up anytime you want. If you don't want to show up, that's fine too. So yes, I'm going to put you guys to the right-hand side so we could dance to April, May, and the June bugs. And I want to bring them on just to say hello. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi there.
How you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
Good. Have you guys had any crazy Halloween stuff going on lately?
Crazy Halloween stuff?
Yeah.
Just the album and making videos to go with the music. We just released a new music video for Hoodoo Rocket, which I heard you playing earlier, and Race with the Devil. So that just happened this week.
Oh my God, so exciting. And you guys got a new camera and you guys look amazing on
you.
camera. Yeah, so can you show people that awesome t-shirt that you showed me? Oh, are you like prepared to play? I don't want to have you do that.
No,
if you're
I'm
prepared
ready.
to play.
You got it.
Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. Does it say grease lightning? No, it doesn't.
It says grease it up and go.
Grease it up and go. And do you have men's sizes too and women's sizes, or just?
I have unisex sizes, and they're soft style ring spun cotton. So we go from small all the way to 3X.
Awesome. And so the women can wear this too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I have one. I wear one.
Close up, maybe.
Oh,
I love the color. That is beautiful. And and this is a great way for our audience members to support live musicians in general, because they're not, they can't play out much anymore. So this is a great way to show your support. And I'll send, is the link in here?
All this stuff is on our website at aprilmay.com, and it's in the private chat too.
Okay, I'll have to go in there. Here, right here. Get the album in vintage style pumpkin lanterns at aprilmay.com. Let's see the pumpkin lanterns. Oh my God, they are so adorable.
They have a little flickering.
They look like they're gonna like
battery
eat me up.
inside.
I love them.
Got the googly eyes.
They're limited
Awesome.
edition. We started with 50. We're down to 18.
Okay, you guys are selling out quick. And how much are the t-shirts?
The t-shirts are 15. The lanterns are 20, and we're waiving all shipping and handling.
Oh my God! So for $15,
That's a
you
good
guys,
deal.
that's a really good deal. I'm going to be buying some for myself and.
It's modeled after me.
Yeah, we want to support them so they can continue playing on the lounge. So spend $15.
Thank you so much, Marissa. And we have our Boogie Boo Deluxe album,
you.
17 songs for $15.
Oh yes, of course we want you to buy the album too, not just the t-shirt pumpkins, but it's just so awesome. I had to bring it up. So what are you guys going to play?
So we're going to play a very campy and romantic Halloween song from a Boogie Boo Deluxe. And this is a song that we kind of mind. It's not original. It's by Shel Silverstein. And I don't want to give it away, but.
All right, go for it.
It's the anti-retrograde song.
He sang the anti-retrograde song.
Okay, well, let's hope it gives us some energy.
Down in Louisiana where the black trees grow lives a voodoo lady named Marisa Pell. She got a black cat too and a mojo bone. Anyone who won't leave her alone, she go,
No, the man done gone.
well, she lives in the swamps in a hollow log with a one-eyed snake and a three-legged dog. She got a bent bony body, stringy hair, and if she ever sees you go messing around there, she go,
No, the man done gone.
Well, then one night when the moon was full, well, into the swamp came a handsome Jack, a no good man, like we all know, and he was looking around for Marisa Pell. He said,
Marisa Pell, you lovely witch. Give me a little charm that'll make me rich. Give me $1 million and I'll tell you just what I'm gonna do. This very night I'm gonna marry you, and we'll have lots and lots of pumpkin pie.
No, the man done gone.
well, Marie did some magic. She shook a little sand. She made $1 million and she put it in his hand. She wiggled, she giggled, and then she said, hey, hey, I'm getting ready for my wedding day. But old handsome Jack, he said,
Goodbye, Marie. You're much too dang ugly for a rich man like me.
you know, Marie started shaking. Her teeth started gnashing. Her body started quaking. Her eyes started flashing. She went,
No, the man done gone.
So if you ever go down to where the black trees grow and meet a voodoo lady named Maria Laveau, if she should ask you to make her your wife, man, you better stay with her for the rest of your life. For anything,
Another man done gone.
yeah, another man done gone. Oh, another man done gone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Awesome, you guys. I love that everybody, you're kind of like, Dave, you're kind of like spunky tonight. You're very, very, you're like the energy is coming through. It's coming through. It's getting to people.
Absolutely.
Pumpkin coffee.
I had only a quarter cup. I had a quarter cup of pumpkin coffee. I can't even say it. Pumpkin
People are just commenting all over the place how much they loved it. You got your fans watching. Like I said, if you guys want to get some of that stuff, go to aprilmay.com, vintage style pumpkin lantern, support these lovely musicians.
Thank you.
That's what we're here for. And I know you guys said you're only playing 2 songs tonight, but I want to hear 3. So I'm going to go back to our lovely seductress, see what her questions are. If you guys want to play an extra song.
Do you want one now? Do you want it later?
I'd like to keep people wanting more. So I'm going to take a break, go back to the seductress. She's going to seduce us.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back.
Church.
She's going to seduce us and transfix us. And then and then we're going to come back to you for a second song. And then, people are just loving. Look at all these applause. Look at all the applause.
Oh, thank you so much, everybody. And I thought I saw Michelle Danella on there. And I thought I saw Sherry. Thank y'all for joining us.
Yes. All right. Tonight's a Libra New Moon, Supermoon, I believe, which means that this is a time for us to plant seeds for new growth, new projects, not launch them, obviously, because we just started a retrograde, but this is a beautiful energy for the birth of the new. So we're in that. So we'll be back with April May and the Catfish, and we'll get back to the seductress at this time. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Marisa.
So what's your question?
My question. I have so many questions. Oh, I enjoyed your show Thursday, and I related to, I'm either focused on physical exercise and business or focused on spiritual things. So leading up to the pandemic, I was meditating, reading for single for a long time, like every day, long time, months, years. And then I don't know what happened. I think I told you, maybe I didn't tell you. I rode my bike yesterday, 67 miles.
No, you didn't tell me. When would you have a chance to tell me that if you were riding your bike?
I couldn't tell you. I was out.
You didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you. I ran, and then it doesn't matter, but I'm insane with the whole running and the riding thing. And I feel neutralized. I'm not like, I lost myself in meditation for hours on Saturday mornings. Like an hour would pass and I'm like, whoa, what happened? And now it's like, I'll do it later. And it's not good. I'm all in.
What's your question?
My question. How is the pandemic, the energy? Do you feel that has something to do with what you had talked about on Thursday? People needing to focus more on spirituality.
Yeah, because of the intensity of this third agent of change, I felt like 3 were coming. We had experienced 2. First one being COVID hit. The second being George Floyd's situation, which ended up in all the riots. Second agent of change. I knew there was a third one coming. I didn't know when, but now I know. It's we're hitting it. We started hitting it on about the 13th of October. It's going to be going all through November till about December 3rd. And it's going to be a really crazy energetic time where the earth and universal consciousness has been being prepared for this. We talked about last time that feeling alone, like the other side wasn't around us anymore, feeling this weird sense of alienation, of loneliness. It's because our guides, angels, everybody, they're getting ready on the front lines, because as we transition to the new energy, the other side is, see, a lot of times our dimension just shifts itself. Like our human race shifts itself, the earth shifts itself, our consciousness. Heaven and earth are shifting at the same time. So, and there's a spiritual war going on that's even bigger than this political war. This is even, it supersedes that. So a lot of these events, even though we think we have control over some of these events that are coming and of the events in the past, they were, you know, needed to happen because of where our path as a human race was leading. Destruction needed to take place in order for the regeneration to follow and for us to go into what a lot of people call the 5D. So the fifth dimension. And so I was preparing everybody for the last 5 months individually to go through this, but now the earth is ready to shed. It's ready, like the Tower card, everything's ready to crumble. We're going to that time where it's going to be like in the front lines. And if you were the type of person, this is what I was talking about on Thursday, if you were the type of person that you just focus on your, let's say you just go to therapy all the time, you focus on your mental well-being, but you're not focused on your physical body, taking care of like chronic issues like chronic pain, or taking care of your diet or your exercise, but you're really a spiritual seeker. And so all of your energies in there, you have to start to focus on the physical so that you are very strong and prepared to handle this birth. Like you're going to be going through a birthing process. So you're like a little baby in the earth that's going to be coming out, like it's our birth time. So you have to be as strong as possible to withstand what's going to be happening so that you can stay at a high vibration and rise above all this. Because even though things are going to be going on, you can still have an experience where you exist and experience it differently in a different lane of the highway, even though you're in the same physical plane, if that makes sense. I hope I'm not getting too technical and too like advanced here in what I'm saying. So if you're someone that's just, you like to go to the gym, you like to take care of your body, like to focus on nutrition, but you're like, I don't need, mental health. I don't need therapy. I don't need somebody to take me through a spiritual process. All I need is my physical health. Then you're going to be in a really bad place during this transition.
Right.
So it's like a lot of times we are kind of lean toward one and kind of focus on one and leave the other behind. So your body on all 5 dimensions, because some of these other dimensions exist above us, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and psychically, we have to be on an equal plane, because when this turbulence hits, you have to be able to get to that high vibration and go through the birth canal and get and exist on that other dimension, because we already had people moving toward that other dimension and shifting. I talked about getting in the pool, going to the other side, getting ready, but now we have to actually hold the vibration. So if you think about mediumship or intuition, when you're just starting to learn mediumship or intuition, you can't hold that state very long. You kind of get stuff and then you come back down, get stuff. And so like when you see me doing a show for 2 hours, I have to hold that state, that vibration for that full 2 hours. I can't drop, it has to be held, and that takes time. So that's what we were practicing to do for the last 5 months, is what these webcasts were for, was to get to that place. So now you can exist at this dimension instead of keeping going down and up, down and up, down, down, middle, down, because you don't want to even lower yourself even a little bit because of what's going on. Because there's weak points and the dark shadows are here. But the dark shadows that we're facing are not so much the dark spirits. They're actually the shadow within us, the dark parts of ourselves, the eternal wound that puts us in these cycles that Bob Grant is trying to stop the cycles. But we have to address the spiritual angle of it. It's just not physical. It's just not biological. It's just not generational. It's ancestral, spiritual, it's karmic. So. I probably didn't answer your question, but maybe I did. I don't know.
To bring it back to Bob's book. So I'm a professional woman. I've been doing a lot for a really long time. I've been working really hard for a very, very long time. So I can kind of have this brave face and think that through hard work, I can overcome just about anything. Because I rode my bike 67 miles on Saturday. I come from a long line of mediums in my family. I have a spiritual connection to a higher power. Whatever it is, I think that doesn't apply to me. And he said that for professional women, that can sometimes be a really big obstacle because we can put ourselves in high stakes, high risk. And there's karmic things and childhood trauma things that play into that too. But Elise had asked me what one of the bigger takeaways that I had from to answer your question, Elise, one of the bigger takeaways that I had from the Bonding series book was that of thinking hard work pays off and going back into relationship. And to spin it around, I know the past couple of weeks we've been talking about my love life. I am the seductress. After all, it's all about the love life. So the guy that I've been seeing, he and I have actually had talks, like we're not sure if so I was on a path. I had a couple of readings with Marisa, other things, and I was really on a path, and I was shedding people. You know, there was that time of like weed in the garden, and I was pulling the weeds, and then I meet this guy 2 months ago or whatever it's been, and both of us sort of put on the brakes for a minute, and we're like, wait a minute, this is either like a lesson or a blessing, and we haven't figured out which one it is. And then so Marisa was talking about getting on the train, and the train's leaving the station, and then eventually finding yourself on the lazy river. And when I met this guy, I thought, oh no, like I don't want to get off the station. Like I'm where I'm supposed to be. Like, what if this is the wrong, you know? And so he and I have actually talked about that a little bit. And because I'm a hard worker, professional person, and also someone who has learned for a long time to deny my feelings, I think that I can just strong arm anything. Like, oh, Marisa said, you know, make sure you arrive on the lazy river. And I'm like, I can swim upstream and I'll get there.
Well, I think you're doing a great job. I really do.
I know what I'm doing. Even when I'm doing something wrong.
All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna take a quick music break, and then Lisa Adams decided she's gonna come on.
Yay.
So she's gonna let us know what she's been through with me, because I did a lot of work with her one-on-one to get out of relationships, saw her in new relationships, went through a divorce with her, went through a bunch of new men, and we're going to talk about like the work we did and why she's successful at it, because she followed everything I told her to do. Most people can't do it because of those patterns. It's just the cycle. So I want to talk to her, but I have to go to April, May and take a music break. And I'm going to see what they have to play. Are you guys excited?
Absolutely.
All right. Hi, guys. You're back again.
Hi.
Oh, never mind. Let me see. Where am I? There we are. Let me pull you over here. All right, guys. What's going on? You ready to play?
We have a very, very Halloween song for you right now. When we were on tour, we would often pass through Sleepy Hollow when we were going up to New England. And the last time we were on tour, we stopped and we went to visit the gravesite of Washington Irving to thank him for his story that's related to this song. So without further ado.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Do 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 Now gather round while I elucidate on what goes on when it gets late. Round about midnight, the ghosts and banshees get together for a jamboree. There's ghosts with horns and saucer eyes. Some have fangs about this size. Some short and fat, some tall and thin, and some don't even bother to wear their skin. I'm telling you, brother, it's a fearful sight to see what goes on in the night. When the spooks have a midnight jamboree, they kick it off with a fiendish glee. Ghosts are bad, but the one that's cursed is the headless horseman. He's the worst. When he goes a-jogging across the land, holding his noggin right in his hand. Demons take one look and groan, and they hit the road for parts unknown. There's no vengeance like a spook that's burned. The ghosts don't like him, he's really burned. He swears by the longest day he's dead.
And I'll show them that I can get ahead.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. So close all the windows, lock all the doors. If you're not careful, well, he'll get yours. Don't think he'll hesitate a bit, 'cause he'll flip your top if it will fit. He likes them little, he likes them big, parted in the middle to wear a wig. Black or white or even red, the headless horseman needs a head with a hip, hip hop and a clippity clop. Why, he's out looking for a top to chop. So don't stop to figure out a plan, 'cause you can't reason with the headless man. With a hip, hip hop and a clippity clop, look out. Do 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 do. 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 Better watch your cues and take a look at the folks who ignore the old good book. Better change your ways or find a face, 'cause you can't be a haint if you ain't a little bit crazed, I guess you'd say. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. So after dark, he'll get the goods. Better head on home the way you should, 'cause right outside he's waiting there. It's the headless horseman. Please beware.
Wow, that was so intense.
Excellent.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
guys did such a great job. You had a lot of applause. After you watch it back, you'll see all the people that were making some awesome comments. Remember, if you want to learn more about April May and the June Bugs, go to aprilmay.com. Those awesome t-shirts are there, the vintage style pumpkin, the album. Support these musicians because they can't play out right now. So they're playing for us. Shoot them some. Look at all these applause. Beth Ann loves you. Ann Nober loves you. Michelle loves you. Everybody's here hanging out. Awesome. Well, you guys are going to do a third for me in a little bit. Awesome. I'll let you guys go get ready and I'll bring on our lovely next guest.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Michelle's still there clapping away. Hi guys. Ooh, all the banners. I got to get these banners off. All right. Hi guys.
Hey.
All right. I am going to bring on our lovely and talented Lisa Adams. Oh my God, Lisa.
Oh my God, Marissa. This is like,
How are you?
it's been like 10 years of us like being together and reading, like you helping me in business and personal life. And like, I think this is our first time like actually seeing each other.
I know this is so weird because I've seen Lisa through business stuff. We're doing tons of like business transformational work together, relationship stuff. I've seen you through a couple different relationships.
Crazy. Marriage, divorce, relationship.
Yeah.
I
10
mean,
years.
10 years.
This is the first time I'm seeing Lisa, by the way, everybody.
And Marissa, you are seriously like, I am on like, you're my go-to. Like we are like tighter than tight with like business.
Yeah.
So, like I can't live without you without my business and like my coaching and my business world. So, which is going amazing.
Yeah. I was just thinking about you today. I'm like, how from Lisa in a couple of days, which is odd, but I was like, you know, so I was picking you up in the Ethernet and here you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, yeah, so what Bob does, I also do, but with an intuitive flair. We work on helping to break the patterns. And Lisa, can we talk in vague terms? Do it. Just do it. Okay.
Just do it raw because it's also like I've been like really, really, really single for over 4 years and loving my life. Like that's the first time in my whole entire world that I've been happy. Like not just happy, but satisfied, I should say. Satisfied.
You're very satisfied. And I'm happy for it, except when those people at the business world, they all start getting all crazy and we have to shut it down. You know what I mean? We have to guide you on that. So, but there was this guy I want to bring you back to. Well, we helped you get out of the marriage, right? We helped you move out of that situation.
Right. We did.
And then you were with the Dubai guy.
Yeah.
We'll call him. And this guy was so emotionally unavailable.
Oh yeah.
And he was flying back and forth to Dubai.
Oh yeah.
He was real cheap too. He didn't like to spend $1.
But on my money, it was fine. My dime, totally okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And you couldn't break the bond with him because you were still connected to him, thinking that like there was still something to play out there.
100%. It was like zany. It's like he was living pretty much off me. And then he was charming. And then he would go back to Dubai for a couple of months and come back to US for what, like 5 months or so. And it was like this whole cycle. This was like 2.5 years. Right. And then finally I was like, oh, like I didn't want to break the cycle. That's the point. I didn't want to do it. And Marissa, you were like, let me tell you, if you do not break this cycle, your kids are thinking this. And now he's back in Dubai. Your kids are going to talk to you and tell you X. And when they get a little bit older, they're not going to even want you, like they'll come around, but not because of you, but not for him. It was like this whole zany story. It's like, I couldn't even believe I was like in this cycle. And then you literally pulled me out, but it took several times and conversations and support and like, how do I do that? Right. How do I pull myself out of this situation that's really not actually emotionally or validating who I really am or what like my values are.
Exactly. And let's talk about being professional women. I mean, Carrie was talking about, she's an architect. You own a business, a beauty business. You're in the beauty industry. I own a business. Elise is a professional woman. So it has nothing to do with the fact of our intelligence, because we know that these are not good situations. But yeah, we continue to attract them and we can't seem to break them and we can't seem to get out of them. So a lot of people think, oh, if I just get a reading and Marissa will tell me the next guy that's coming, I'll be fine. But the next guy that's coming is still the same pattern the last guy you had. Exactly. So I can predict it all day long.
Right.
What's going to change?
Right. It's the same guy. It's showing up in a different like person, different like package, different hair color, different eye color, but the same guy is going to show up. And that was my pattern all these years. And I don't even understand how we were able not just to break that pattern, but the pattern for good. You know, feeling like really feeling content. And I always like scratch my head. I'm like, how in the world do I feel so satisfied 4 years, like not in a relationship, which is the first time, because usually I'm like, I have to have a relationship. I need a relationship, or that validates me. But now it's like, I'm like, oh, I'm happy being where I am. And this is 4 years of not even dating and focusing on my children and my career, which is, and then I think, is something wrong with me that I'm so happy and content that I'm not even focused on like
Not at all.
someone?
Not at all.
Lisa, I've been
Go ahead, Lisa. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I've been out of the dating scene for 15 years on purpose. And I had to take care of my daughter, but I also had to take care of myself because I wasn't good to anybody else until I was good with myself. And it took long, and I don't miss it. I don't I like my time to myself, and I've done a lot of introspective work, and I feel these relationships, you get drawn to what you know. And until you break the cycle, it's not gonna, you're not gonna progress in your life. So taking that time out for yourself is actually very healthy. Those 4 years.
Yeah, it's like, take it. You're right. You're 100% correct. It's like, I'm sorry about my dog. There's animals in the house. I'm an animal person. I'm
Me
a
too.
rescue person. I'm like rescue dogs, cats. Like, just like, don't even talk to me about any more animals because I'll bring them all in the house. But
Kind of like the guy from Dubai.
yeah, oh my God,
You rescued them
The
too.
Dubai guy.
he works on Marisa, and I was like, oh my God, Marisa, are you serious? Like, I need to follow this. Like, and she was stern. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I think you should. It was like, you need to do this for yourself and your family. And I'm like,
I was a little hard on Lisa, but like that's how it had to be.
It works.
I agree. And you know what? I mean, I'm telling you, this guy was in Dubai. Like, he had already planned on, he was living off of me, living off of like my life.
Mhm.
And he had left to Dubai to go to work. Right, Marisa?
Yeah.
And he
Left his car here. Left his car in your driveway.
right. Oh, is that?
The car. He left the car in
Oh,
the
he
driveway.
left his car. He left all his belongings, everything. He's like, hey, I'm going back to work in Dubai to work for some prince. Like, okay. And
But he wouldn't tell you what he did for a living, really.
he wouldn't tell you what he did for a living. And then, but all his siblings and all like his siblings were like valid and like had families and smart and like they were like living their lives. But this guy was like living like a gigolo or living like he didn't have any responsibility. He never wanted responsibility. So I wasn't the first one. So this was going on for 2.5 years, like 2.5 years.
Mhm.
So finally, I move, and he's like, I move out into the country. Like, I finally moved into like the God's land, into the country. And he's like, I'm still living in Dubai or Switzerland, and like I'm living in like cow's country, and like this does not feel good to me. And there's no gym like around me, and so he didn't really adapt to that really well. And so like when he goes to Dubai, he literally doesn't come back. He emails me to say, you know what? I don't think this is going to work, basically.
Yeah,
And
we were doing the coaching work at the time. We got this email.
I'm like, are you kidding me? This is like near holiday time.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, like I'm thinking that I'm at this age and stage of my life that I'm going to be fine, and there's not going to be any of this upheaval, and I can make good decisions for myself. Obviously, at 40 some, at that time, I wasn't able to make a good decision for myself.
Mhm.
And I was like, Marisa, what's going on? She's like, So she totally guided that ship. And
I'm like, do not answer that email. Do not respond.
And remember, I did not want to sever it.
You didn't want to listen at first. You didn't. No.
Yeah, and I was like, no, this can't be. No, you cannot be telling me the truth. Like this isn't real. Like my family's gonna love me forever. My son, my daughter. This is not gonna happen. And I remember, like, okay, I gotta button this up. I gotta listen to Marisa. And when I did, like literally everything was a game changer. Like it really was a game changer. It was really, really hard. I listened to so many sad songs, and like that one sad song you listen over and over again. It's like, oh my gosh, like how that song makes you cry for so many times each time you listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And after that was like, boom, the light switch went on, and I was like, Ken, who was he? Like, where did he go?
You didn't ever think you feel that way.
I never thought. I was so scared. I was so frightened and so worried that I was like, I'm not going to find anyone again.
Yeah, you're going to be alone. It's going to, he's a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, there's that point where it's like you need somebody about every 10 to 15 minutes because you get a text or a call and you need to like navigate it. You can't just I couldn't let you loose. Like you can't, if you're going to break a pattern, you would need somebody who you can call in the moment, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 50 minutes there. And that's what the coaching is. Yeah. Because you did slide back a little bit. And then you told on yourself, you're like, I did this. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Let's just keep moving forward. You got emotional on them.
And you know what? After that, it was like, and it's been like really 4 years of like happiness, like joy. It's like, do I really even want to go back to dating? But I think I'm focusing so much on work right now that maybe it's like there's a concurrence of like, okay, where's the way in? Work, boyfriend. So like you have like all these other like channels of like what's important, I guess.
So what made you at that time? Because that's when a lot of these transformational coaching clients just are like, I'm not renewing. I got this. I feel good. I can do this. I can handle it. Mm-hmm. Or they want to jump into the next one that feels good. And they don't want to hear me. They don't want to hear me say, don't take some time. Don't do it yet. Right. Mm-hmm. What made you, because the fear was so bad and the anger and the need to make sure like you were okay from his validation. What made you actually listen to me versus go toward those impulses? Because that's where people repeat the cycle and lose. So what made you, what was it that made you decide to listen and move ahead 100%? Not just like the buffet where you pick and choose, you listened 100%, which is the only way it's going to work. Mm-hmm.
It was definitely the pattern. It was like, I looked at the pattern like of the relationships I had, the same pattern. It was like a different person, but it was like picked up similarities in the pattern. And I'm like, it was like more of a, I'm taking care of you, you're not taking care of me. Like I'm leading the ship. I'm like guiding the ship, but no one's, I'm the go-getter, I'm the goal-getter, and I'm guiding the ship at every point. Right. So then I'm like, I can't keep doing that because I need to take care of my kids and I need to guide their ship. I need to guide what I'm doing because I can't pull you along. It's like taking like weights on your back and like pulling it up a hill. And there is a point where I got to release those big weights. And those were the weights, right? They were the weights. And they were not helping me succeed. I was helping them try to succeed in their life, but they didn't want to succeed in their life. So that was like a big eye opener, you know? And I mean, of course I thought of many things of like taking their clothes and like, you know, doing things with them, but I like packed it up, put it in the storage unit and got it out of the house and like took his car and removed it and got it to a friend's place where he could get his car. And I never wanted to see or hear from him again. I swear to God, Marisa, it was thanks to you. I swear. And I was like,
Lisa is that story. But it took 10 years. Like that's how long we've been working together.
Yes. And then it was like, then we had this whole shift after that into like this business part. It was like really, and after that was like business. It was like a whole clarity movement. And everything, and when I call on you, it's validation, and you're like my business coach. You're not just, you know, someone to support me on like a relationship side. You are like my business coach to guide me on my business journey. And every time I call you, it's like, hey, 30 minutes. Marisa, you have 30 minutes for this. This is what's happening at the moment. And then you give validation, and the validation is correct. And then I move forward in that way to guide the ship, right? Like, we are getting ready to launch a brand at like Target, CVS, and Rite Aid. Like, that's a whole other story. Like, we're not talking about like the relationship, but like I'm going in a direction of a whole new business venture where I was in one pocket guiding brands to get them retail distribution. And here I'm getting retail distribution for myself.
Right.
Like, and I have investors on board that are like, oh my God, I love this whole entire concept. And I want to be part of it. How crazy is that? Like, who gets investors on their brand? And it was because of you, because you said, I said, hey, Marisa, I want to do X. And you're like, I see X. I'm like, oh my God, that doesn't sound sexy at all. And you're like, this is what I see. This is the color. This is the logo. This is this. I was like, no, Marisa, no. And I was like, oh my gosh, I do not. You're like, well, I'm telling you what I see. And I know you might not love it, but I'm like, no. And then guess what? I follow it. And then a week later, boom, Target is like, boom. Rite Aid is like, boom. Walgreens is like, boom. It was like everything clicked. And I wanted to do like the Nordstrom, the Sephora side. And you're like, no. And we had this whole entire shift of being with business, right?
Yeah, because it's dreams before dudes. That's what we do.
Crazy. I'm like, oh my God, I owe you everything, Marisa.
No, you've been doing the work though, Lisa. Like, Lisa is not calling me once a year for a reading. She's doing transformational coaching for her business and for her life.
Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. Like, there's not a day that there's no like laughing or skipping. Like, we are like on the journey together. You're helping me and guiding me. Like, there is no like silence. You know?
And if I don't hear from her for a week, I get concerned.
Yeah.
Like, what happened? And then she tries to go it alone, and she's like, Marisa, I need to talk for 10 minutes.
And you can't, like, you have to have the guidance, and like, people have business coaches, and like, they pay a business coach to do whatever. But like, you, Marisa, like, you're having like a whole dimension of like something else of supporting you. That's not just a business coach, but like an intuition coach, but a business coach, because she's really uber smart, and she's like done many facets of like businesses, and like, I won't get into that, but like, you know, you have different assets and facets of your life that like keep you on this journey. And I'm like, oh my God, like, we're on it together every 2 weeks or less, sometimes every week. And I just need that 30-minute check-in that helps guide me and keeps me on track, because you can't be alone in your journey, right? Like, as a female, if it's a relationship wise or if it's business wise, you know, you have to like have someone that's you're being accountable for. Like, I look at Marisa as like, hey, keep me accountable for this. Keep me on track for this. If I'm like, and like, be upfront with me, because if I'm not being, you've got to be like really, I guess, bold with me. Like, I don't like to dance around things, right?
No.
Like, Marissa's like in my face. She's like, like, hey, okay, you're like seriously upfront with me, and like, I'm so grateful to that.
Oh,
and as
so
a
sweet.
female business entrepreneur, we need this, right? We can't be silent or like quiet, right? And we're going to be launching a brand in December.
Yeah, and we're moving it. We're moving it in that direction. And like, you know what? You've done it. You've done it, Lisa. You've done it all yourself. And this is a testimony to people who
myself. It was
I guided you. You
guided me, and I'm doing the back end work, right? Which is a lot of work, and I'm really exhausted. But hey, I'm grateful for being exhausted.
Yes, you are. You're doing such a great job. Such a great job, Lisa. Thank
Thanks,
you so much for telling us your story, and we'll be right back. I have to go to April May. They're going to do another song for us, and I hope you
I
can stay
can't wait
on and
to hear that
listen.
song.
All right, let's go to April May.
Hi.
Wait.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks
How
for
are
having
you?
us back to do another song.
Okay, let me just turn this off for a second.
Okay.
All right, we're ready.
All right. So this song we did the first time we were on with you, and I know that you and Elise really liked it. So this one is dedicated to you and Elise. It's a song about mediums.
Oh my God, Elise, let me bring you up to the top here. It's
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, tell, what I in a house upon a lock along the countryside at precisely 12 o'clock. The ghosts begin to rise, swinging at the seance, 12 ticks, swinging at the seance, hard legs when the medium's in trance, how the ghosts begin to dance. Swinging at the seance, 5 men. Swinging at the seance, jive men. When the trumpet blasted out, all the ghosts began to shout. That music came through so sweetly low down, yet nobody knew who's ripping around. Oh, swinging at the seance, black coats, swinging at the seance, blue notes, while the trumpet could wanna come. Its jiving broke the seance up, and who do you think was a riffing away?
No one else but April May.
If you think you hear things, if you think you feel things, if you think you see things, you do. Swinging at the seance, women. Swinging at the seance, jive 10. When the medium's in trance, how the ghosts begin to dance. If you think you hear things, if you think you feel things, if you think you see things, you
Thank you.
Oh, good.
That was
Thank
great.
you guys.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.
You want to show us those T-shirts one more time?
Sure.
Please.
And remember
do.
the correct way to say June bugs.
Do you want me- The June books.
I love it. That is so awesome.
Very
I
nice.
love it so
Here's the
much.
pumpkin.
I'm getting one
forget
for
the pumpkin.
sure.
Modeled after me. Oh, can you see? There it is. Yeah. All right, enough of me.
Thank you.
This is how you get them. Go to aprilmay.com. Support these wonderful musicians, the people that we have on the show. Give them a little support. So people just coming on, make sure that you watch from the beginning because we have a lot of good stuff happening here. Thanks, April and Dave, for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, and thanks again, Marissa, for all your energy updates. We are feeds for your updates.
Awesome. Well, I'm trying to get them to people as fast as I can if I'm not like having a nervous breakdown, for a couple days before I have to go on and pretend I'm fine.
They're much appreciated and they're extremely helpful.
Awesome. I'm so happy. And, April, May, and the June Bugs, they are our Halloween house band. So they're going to be with us not next week, but the week after. So we will be seeing them all through the Halloween season. And you guys are all, we really appreciate you guys coming out. Ann Nober, she is a wonderful fan. She says, have a great night. Love the lyrics and music. A lot of people are very excited. So thank you guys so much. And we will see you in 2 weeks.
All right. Thanks again for having us.
Thanks,
Everybody
guys.
be well.
Everybody be well.
Bye. Hi, guys. We're back
Hey.
again. So I just want to thank you guys for coming on. We got to wrap up tonight's show, but the Seductress has been here not once, but 3 times now. So she's becoming a lounge staple, right? Remember, I am giving away one of my this is what I've been doing in the retrograde, going back to making these bracelets to get into my dorsal creative state while I'm going through my shedding of my skin. And they are energy infused.
Ooh,
And I made one. So this is what you wear for the transformation. This is my daughter's one. This is rainbow. But I made one that was way too small for me. It's hot pink. I was going to wear it. You have to have like a wrist that's around 6.5 inches if you measure it, and 7 at the most. So maybe Miss Carrie Potter. Somebody wants it. It's energy infused. It's going to bring you love. It's going to protect you from those patterns. I'll make more, but I only made 3 so far. But these are made from parachute cord. So they are great. They're very sturdy, very strong, and they're like perfect. Yeah. So
Cute.
So somebody's got to get it. So email me at info@connectionbeyond.com, and I'll have Elise pick the winner because she would love to. I'm gonna send it to you, whoever it is, or give it to you. So whoever wants it, yeah, I made it for you. Actually, I made it for myself, but it didn't fit, so I'm giving it away. So any parting words from any of the ladies? Seductress, do you have anything to say?
I'm waiting on Elise.
Okay, Elise, do you have anything to say?
If anyone that's online would like to schedule a reading with me, I sent Marissa the information that you can contact me at.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, we're going to put this. I am going to put this in the comments section. Anyone who would like a reading with Elise, please give her a call. Here's her number. Here's her email. Put it in the chat. She does a lot of tarot card readings, but she doesn't just read those tarot cards. They use a channel. She does the mediumship, intuitive. She's available to schedule with. And let me tell you, I only go to 2 people for my own readings. Elise is one of them. Okay, very picky. I don't just, she went through the program. So a lot of people say they did it, but they did. They're those people that say.
Yeah, no, trained by the best for sure. So,
yeah.
And let them know that I take prisoners and then take names later. Basically, when I read, pretty tough.
Yeah, April May's interested. I could tell she's looking at that.
Is she?
I just typed in the comment. Do you do them over the phone?
Yeah, they're all over the phone, right, Elise?
I'll do it over the phone. We can do Skype or Zoom.
Cool.
But yeah, and phone also.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, so it's in the comments section. You guys are interested in a reading with Elise. I recommend everyone that's on here. I recommend. So if I'm plugging their stuff, it means I think it's good. It means go buy it. It means go do it, because everybody's on here doing this. Nobody's getting paid to come on here. Nobody's getting money. Okay. We're all doing this because we want to create some change and keep everybody inspired, keep everybody high energy. But it would be nice to, and these are all, it's just the seductress. I don't know what we could have her do for you, but I'm sure if you needed some seducing, she'd be happy to, for $50 an hour, she'd be happy to do it.
We can architecturalize something for someone.
She could design your building, or design your love life, whatever you need. She could put it on the CAD program and get it going. Did that sound weird that I said?
No.
Okay. So
No.
I know. I just say things, they just come out, but I don't mean them to be rude. This is just how I feel inside, which is weird. Yeah. So Lisa, we loved having you on. We hope to have you on again. I hope that you had fun coming on and that it's nice to see you in person after 10 years.
Oh my gosh. It was like such like a very fast thing. It was like, oh, come on. I was like, what?
That's how we roll.
Because it wouldn't happen if I tried to schedule you.
I know. But look, you are like pretty amazing, Marisa. Like, but I look at you as like a mentor. Like you are like not just like you're like a really one of my, like, you're a mentor. Like you're a friend mentor. I look at you as that.
I agree with Lisa 100%.
Yeah. I didn't expect all this. Like I have a hard time. I'm good with giving out compliments. When it comes to me getting I'm like, oh, this feels a little, I don't know if I can receive it.
Book.
Yeah, I have to read that.
Write down an affirmation of any compliments that you receive for a week, and then look into it. And normally you won't be able to accept the compliment. So that's one of the exercises.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to tell me you're gonna have to guide me on that, Elise.
I will. Yeah, just
so everybody. Oh, go ahead.
No, you have to write whatever anybody says to you that's positive. Whether it be, oh, that was a great sandwich you made. You colored inside the lines.
It's like, Marissa, you didn't freak out today. That's good.
Exactly. That's good. But it's more complimentary. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the compliments. I didn't expect all this, Lisa, but I'm blushing. The seductress is probably jealous because, you kind of, you made me blush today.
Your hair looks amazing too, by the way.
It does?
I love it.
Shiny.
So much. I was out for a walk and saw I'm frizzy. Yours is like sleek. Okay. You have a sleekness.
I used the kid's wet brush to like brush it out before. I let it dry naturally and then used my kid's cat wet brush.
You know what? All you ladies, if you remember Fernando Lamas, what was that? You all look marvelous.
Thank you, Catfish.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catfish. Yeah, we had so much fun on the the lounge is a show that books itself, and up until about 5 of 9, it was me, Elise, and April May. And look at it, people show up. So just happens. And just so you all know, we're all talking about Lisa getting help and Elise getting help from Bob and Carrie. I have like 5 people on a weekly basis that I go to for my own help. So just so you know, no matter how far you are along the spectrum spiritually, you're inspiring others, you're not at a place where you don't need your own guidance and your own mentorship and your own assistance. I probably need more than most people because I have to do all this for everybody else. So the more you do for others, the more you need to get help for you. Just remember that. Really important. I just didn't want to set myself. I didn't want to say that all you ladies need help, but I probably get more help than everybody else because I'm more screwed up probably. So
you just hear more things, like more at times, and we're hearing things in our head that we're thinking of, but you're hearing things like differently.
I guess, yeah. Well, thanks, guys, and I think we're gonna have to close out the show. I tried to keep it to an hour tonight. It just doesn't ever go an hour. We tried.
An hour and a half.
We tried. Thanks everybody for coming. Everybody wave bye.
Bye everyone.
Everybody remember to email me if you want to have that bracelet. Bye.
Bye.